I was quick on the trigger with those things at the end of the day. Oh, jumpy.
All right.
So I don't think any Len Peralta tomorrow. It says Len Peralta here, but I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, no, there was no Len. I just automatically write Len on Fridays for some reason.
21st.
Sorry.
What do we got for titles?
Can you guess? You guys said something at the top. Oh, didn't show up.
I think a plastic bag or something.
Yeah, a plastic bag or something was number 5. Bags of Drones, VPN Phantom of the Opera, To Xfinity and Beyond, two-factor authentication,
Authentication, yeah.
Comcast. Actually, a metaphorical avalanche. Baggy Drones, Alpha Betters Poker, Purple Stream, Virtual Purple Network, The Prince of Our Hearts.
Aww.
I like VPN Phantom of the Opera, but that's me.
You're a big musical fan?
Yeah, but it also ties in your main discussion topic.
What do you
All
got,
right,
Jerry?
so if people haven't seen it, to me, my favorite Prince clip that is available widely on the internet is his performance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in celebration of George Harrison, wherein a mega band, including many of George Harrison's traveling Wilburys compatriots, sang While My Guitar Gently Weeps. As popular legend goes, Prince showed up to none of the rehearsals, to the great consternation of Tom Petty, who was singing lead vocals in the tribute. Prince shows up, and Petty throws him some shade on whether or not he knows how to play the song. Prince shows up and is, designated the person who's going to do the famous guitar solo on the song. And his behavior and performance is just everything that is the raging id of Prince, including doing a final shredding right in Tom Petty's face and then falling backwards into the crowd where somebody catches him and then raises him back up as if he is returning back to life from the side of the stage. It is so great. And as far as those kinds of big gang F tributes that they always seem to do at the Hall of Fame where 90 people are playing the same guitar riff, it actually is a pretty good performance.
Do you have the link? Post the link and
yeah, I'll put it here in the chat room, including George Harrison's son, who is just so delighted that all of this is happening right in front of his face. Let me actually, no, I don't know.
Don't play any of it.
Yeah, I don't.
Take down notice.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Wildlife.
Let me just put the link here in the chat room.
Wildlife? I thought you'd never ask.
There we go. Yeah, Prince, Tom Petty, Steve Winwood, Jeff Lynne.
I'm going with VPN Phantom of the Opera, by the way.
Okay.
Just so you know. Yes, I tried to find, there's a great video not too long ago of Prince doing David Bowie's Heroes. I wanted to watch, and it's not available anymore.
I mean, what's amazing is that he was such a virtuoso that was part of the reason why, when you talk about creation, and that's why, it kind of irked me, and I wanted to say it here on the show about, like, there's so much talk about, like, oh, look, he taught the world that you could dance to your own beat and everything. And, like, that's great. And he certainly did that. There was never any mistaking that Prince was Prince with a capital P, right?
Or for a few years not. But yes.
Yeah, or his symbol, right?
Yeah.
But that's a dude who was so hardworking that he recorded all the parts with all the, he would record his own music. There's a reason why he had his own studio. Paisley Park was its own entity and a monument to how hard he worked. And that's where I think we tend as creative people to get paralyzed, because you look at people that are that talented and you get scared and you say, well, yeah, Prince can do that. Bowie can do that because they're Prince and Bowie. But what is hidden by their brilliance is their hard work. and nobody. I mean, again, this is why the internet element is the worst part of Prince, because Prince was so protective of his work that he felt so tied to that. Again, this is by popular legend. He would be his own content ID and would just search Prince on YouTube and then call the people to send takedown notice, call the people that he had employed to send takedown notices.
And in a way, what he was doing is a better way of doing it than what the music companies do, which is like, no, I'm just going to go find it. And now when I know it's mine, I'll put something out, rather than hiring some company that just searches for the term Prince and then they're taking down things that have nothing to do with his music. They just happen to mention Prince Harry in the title or something, which happens.
Yes. Oh, no, absolutely. Although I think it is open to interpretation exactly. I don't think that his understanding of what was his and our understanding of what was his.
I'm just saying, if there was a video of Prince Harry, he wouldn't send a takedown.
He would not send that.
That's my
the video of Prince Harry scored to Cinnamon Girl. Probably
totally different.
Yeah, no, not quite the same.
A Hindu Love Gods video, we're doing Raspberry Beret, 50%. I don't know which way you'd go on that.
Now, I do want to note, somebody mentioned in the chat room, and it does mention noting far less of a tech of a tech angle, but another big death last night. Female wrestling superstar China, Joni Laurer, dead at another impossibly young age for somebody that had such a career. Certainly filled with very, very, very a rough life, many demons, but an undeniable presence for women's wrestling and what she meant to the industry will never be unstated. So worth it saying for in the after show for people that wonder, well, why not mention her? So she does deserve mentioning, although she doesn't quite necessarily have the tech legacy that Prince had.
No, he had both positive and arguably negative impacts on technology, but you cannot argue that he had an impact.
I mean, it's
I guess
it's amazing. It's
can't
amazing
argue that he didn't have an impact.
It's amazing to look at Prince and his public profile that even now, the idea that Prince would show up at somebody's party and play a set was insanely relevant.
Yeah.
There was still this aura. The idea, even in like the aftershock nostalgia of Prince's popularity, typified by Dave Chappelle's sketch on the Chappelle Show of the Rick James True Hollywood Stories. Even those were never about making fun of Prince. It was about telling a story so outrageous that it had to be Prince. And there's a great story told by Neil Brennan and Dave Chappelle that as they were shooting the Chappelle Show, they wind up getting a call finding out that Prince is going to play a show. Prince wanted to see him, so they come down. They see they see Prince out there, and Prince invites them backstage and eventually back to their hotel. And Prince is very gracious. He's very, very nice, but they can never really get a handle on whether or not he is excited about the parody or whether or not he is upset about the parody. And Prince had that kind of razor's edge sort of personality that you never really knew, but they finally got an answer as Prince calls down for room service, and he's asking everybody what they want from room service. And Dave Chappelle and Neil Brennan both say, "Oh yeah, no, we don't want anything." And Prince looks back at them slyly and just says,
"Pancakes."
You sure you don't want any pancakes?
I bet you he enjoys that. He enjoys that kind of reaction, like where people can't, like, not being easy to read.
Oh, I mean, this is a man who cared about mystique. There's the old adage that James Brown never wanted to walk through the lobby of a hotel knowing that there were fans there, because fans didn't pay to see James Brown in blue jeans. They paid to see James Brown up on stage in a cape. And Prince lived that. Oh, more than Brown. Prince, that as we know him, more than Bowie, there is just this idea that Prince did not die, he ascended. He was not a mortal. He is just this elven creature that came in to delight us and make us feel things that were strange and different, and now he has returned to his home realm. It is a cultivated legacy. Again, this is a man who worked. Every inch of him, right down to his meticulously a manscaped mustache, was thought through and projected to you, the viewer, the way he wanted it to, and that's something that if you want to be creative, you want to think about what that legacy is, then think about that, because that's what it took.
Man, you are on fire today, Justin Robert Young. I thoroughly loved what you said in the show, and you definitely got a handle on this better than I ever could. So well done.
No, listen, this is why Daily Tech News Show is a great platform. Also, we got to talk about we didn't even tease the fact that I'm going to be going on assignment for Daily Tech News Show.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Next week at the Collision Conference in New Orleans. So hopefully we'll be lining up a couple really cool people. There's one really cool name that I think I'm going to put in the Slack here now on questions that we want to ask. But hopefully more to come. But there will be more special content as your Patreon dollars continue to expand the reach of the Daily Tech News Show.
That's the idea, man. We just want to try stuff, do different things, and the more people that listen and support the show and enjoy it, the more we can try. So this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing, like, it's not that there are no rules, but essentially you can't do it wrong.
Well, it's funny. So I was talking to, I guess I can say, because either it happens or it doesn't, but Stephen Wolfram, we're trying to line up a short interview with Stephen Wolfram, and I was talking to his assistant who was trying to suss out what we were looking to talk to and, where we wanted to go with the conversation. And I was like, well, listen, I can get you reference questions if you want to know generally where we want to go, but I know that my personal interest is, nobody has thought more about that kind of computation as far as Wolfram Alpha than Stephen Wolfram, and I would love to hear his perspective on that kind of natural language big computation, especially considering now we have maybe its best input method in what we are doing now with Alexa and Siri and literal natural language, as in it comes from your voice and then something answers you. I would love to hear his opinion on that. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. But anyway, if anybody else has any ideas on questions to ask Stephen Wolfram, man, this is is where we want to get. I am only your messenger,
And yeah, we'll try to keep you updated on, well, not try. We'll keep you updated when we know who else you might be able to talk to. Some of them you may not know till you hit the floor too, I imagine.
Yeah, I am a pugnacious and tenacious reporter, and I will try to sit down with as many people as possible. Obviously, audio interviews are both a blessing and a curse.
Sure.
In that, we got to physically get them to sit down somewhere to talk to them. Like we had the CEO of Roku. Apparently, will be busy during the conference, but his very helpful second in command wanted us to know that if we have any questions that she could answer, that
sure.
That's the thing, but that's obviously not what we're looking for here for the DTNS listenership. So
right.
We'll see.
Awesome, man. Thanks for doing that too.
Oh, by the way, also in 3 minutes, I'll be on the Angry Chicken Brawl episode. So
shit! All right. Well, let's get out of here. Thanks everybody
man, I'm trying to build up my own library of tapes, man. I want to be like Prince and Paisley Park and just have 4,000 tracks of unused podcasts. That's what I'm trying to do today.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow.